So now we are going to resume part 2 of weird Google Earth. Well, it's actually Google Maps now. It used to be Google Earth, but now it's basically combined. That everything, you can see the same thing on Google Maps. So that's why I'm calling it Google Maps. Part 2, we're going to pick up where we left off on part 1. So this website is called Weird Google Earth. And it's really cool because you can go all the way back to the stuff they first posted. All the way back to, when are we? So we're September 12th, 2013. So that's how far I went back, all the way to their very first post, and I figured we would start there and then work our way towards the future. So let's see if there's what catches our eye. And what I like to do with this one is it gives you links where you can, all you have to do is click, and you can actually go, it'll show you a current, it'll take you to Google Maps, and of course it'll give you the latest satellite photo. So we can check and see what the area looks like now, which I thought was fun on the last one that we did. So let's see what we got. We'll just jump right in here. So there was a plane crash. I guarantee that won't be there. That's been cleaned up. But apparently at the time, I guess when the satellite snapped the photo, there was a plane crash that you could see. And flying plane. Of course, you can still see those occasionally. Let's see if these crop circles are still there. Where does it say where they're at, though? That's the question. Nope, they're not there. It was in Indiana. So at one point in Indiana, somebody made some round-looking crop circles. Niagara Falls. Let's skip. And what I do, we'll just skip through until we see something really interesting. Okay, now this is interesting. Abandoned planes at Russian science base. So let's see. So apparently that's what it looked like in 2013. Let's see what it looks like now. And of course, I'll make this full screen whenever. Hey, it looks like they're still there. Let's go full screen. We'll look at it on the big screen. Now, when I was doing this before, it was causing a little bit of a lag, so hopefully that doesn't happen this time. Whoa. So yeah, so they're still there. This was 2025 when this image was taken. Let's see how far out. That's way out in the middle of nowhere. No wonder they can't retrieve those planes. It's literally like on a mountainside in the middle of nowhere. Whoa. Is that Siberia or something? No, it's Antarctica. Wow. Places I don't want to crash in a plane. One of those is Antarctica. Well, anywhere is number one. And then number 2 would probably be Antarctica. So the plane wreckage is still there. Looks like some more plane crashes. Is that the one we just looked at, or is that a different one? This might be a different Antarctic plane crash. Let's see if it's still there or got covered up by snow. Still there. Looks like they maybe even have built something close by. Let's take a closer look. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what that is right there. But it looks like they have some sort of base they made. That's pretty weird. What do you guys think that is? But that's definitely a plane crash. I want to see something. If I click on this, oh, it does. It opens up a new thing every time, unfortunately. But I'm gonna leave that one open because I think it'll go faster. Superstition, digital superstition. Ooh, a shipwreck. This is in. I don't get in. This is the SS Francisco. Still there, but it looks like it's getting covered up a little bit. Michigan. So if that's got to be the Great Lakes. So yeah, so originally, but I think the levels actually rise and lower. Whoa. Wreck of the Francisco Marozen. Oh, it's not far from the shore. Is that on the Canada side? Oh, it's on an island. A Michigan island. That's what it looks like. Yep. So it's still within U.S. territory. Whoa. So I guess at this point, when the person who made this website, that they were going through, and at this point probably getting a lot of information about plane wrecks and such. And shipwrecks. Santa breaking in. What is that? Abandoned cargo ships in Chernobyl. Let's see if those are still there. I mean, why wouldn't they? Of course they're still there. But let's take a look at them. Let's see what they look like today. So that was over 10 years ago. That was 12 years ago when that last photo was taken. Yeah, they're still there. They're just rotting away. Uh-oh. Whoa. I have never ever looked at Chernobyl. As far as like, are there people there? Yeah, there are people there now. So there's a grocery store that's actually open in Chernobyl. I didn't know they ever let people move back in. Did you guys know this? Did you know that Chernobyl, that people were living there now? Because from what I always heard, it was completely abandoned. Or maybe it's just the area. But that's not the way I remember it. The way I remember it, the whole place had to get... Maybe, you know what? I bet it's become tourism. And people want to come tour the reactors. Let's ask Grok. Okay. It says, self-settlers. It says, despite the exclusion zone, some people called Samasoli, or self-settlers, returned to their homes in the late 80s and 90s, often elderly residents unwilling to leave their land. Low-risk areas, radiation levels have decreased significantly since 1986, especially outside the most contaminated hotspots. Tourism and worker, there we go, tourism. Google Maps might also show people due to thousands of workers, scientists, and tourists who visit. Yep, it became a tourist place. Okay, that explains it. Maybe I might move to Chernobyl. Yeah, more plane crashes. So I guess at this point, they were getting lots of... let's see if Mattel still has their logo at their headquarters. Still there. I mean, they raised a building in front of it, but they still have a grass Mattel logo. I bet they've already built back that burned down building. Antarctic base. I bet this base is a lot bigger now. Let's check it out. No? It's basically the same. Plane in the woods turned into a home. I think I remember seeing something about that. Let's see if it's still there. Still there. That plane is still in the woods. I couldn't even tell you. But I do remember seeing something about that. Maybe that's what, instead of Chernobyl, I'm going to go live in a plane in the woods. That sounds like a plan to me. Batman landing spot at Okinawa Airport. Let's see if it's still there. Still there. So this is the thing. This right here, I'm pretty sure this is what I saw in UK. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, United Kingdom. So I saw this while we were traveling. We were going to be going to France, and we were driving down. I couldn't even tell you what the road or whatever it's called, but I did see this from afar, and that's pretty cool. I don't know how old it is, but it's supposedly been there a long time. They made this horse. It's pretty cool. They did a pretty good job. Whoever, even if it was early on, they did it. You know, that almost looks like a logo for a modern company would use. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a company that's using that logo right now. Now look at this giant. Where's this at? This is in United Kingdom. It says, carved out of bedrock chalk, this ancient and mysterious giant has been known to exist for hundreds of years, probably since 2nd century AD. That's hilarious because unlike the Roman statues and Greek statues, they were very generous to this image. So maybe I would imagine that whoever made it or was in charge of making it, it was probably an image of himself. That's what I would guess. He's like, we're not going to do that Roman Greek stuff. We're gonna do it my way. Cerny Abbas Giant in United Kingdom. Green Horse. That's a field art project. I'm not too worried about modern stuff unless it's really crazy. I want to see the old stuff. Colorado beachside, giant fingerprint. I bet as the resolution got better from these satellites, the person who made this site probably started getting some better stuff to post. But this would be a fun hobby, like whoever made, like if that's what their hobby was, and they decided to make a website. It's a good site. I strongly encourage it. Go visit it. Look around. Whoa, a troll. More shipwrecks, parked planes. I'm more interested in those geoglyph-looking things that were made back, 1,000 years ago. Mel Gibson's Island. Let's take a look at Mel Gibson's Island. Still there. We won't spend too much time lurking on Mel Gibson's Island. We'll keep going here. Yeah, more shipwrecks. Lots of shipwrecks. The Winchester Mystery House. So it throws in some stuff that isn't too weird, but I guess it's just cool to look at from... It's cool to look at from above. Let's see if these crop circles... It says these crop circles are the older ones from 2003. Let's see if they still are making them there. Highly doubtful. It's just going to be a field. Yep, just a field. Oh, let's take a look at this impact crater. Let's see what it looks like today. Whoa. That's in Quebec, Canada. Look at that on the big screen. That's a crazy looking impact crater. But now it's just a big lake. I wonder what kind of fish got in there. There's Neverland. Oh, Michael Jackson's. Let's see what that looks like. If it's become abandoned, I bet. Not sure. So this is Neverland Ranch. I would not be surprised if some rich person didn't buy that up just as habit. Yeah, it has its own train station. I forgot about that. Whoa. It's huge. Neverland Gates. So that's where the gates... No relation. Neverland Ranch Amusement Park. I forgot he had his own amusement park. Jeez. That's crazy. So it's still that somebody's maintaining it, whether somebody owns it or... Not sure what's going on, but it's not become abandoned. Dwight D. Eisenhower. That was Al Bundy from Married with Children's favorite president. I don't know how I remember that. That is some useless information that, honestly, just saying it right now is about the only use it's ever come in handy. Oh, that's the real Castle Wolfenstein, looks like. Central pivot irrigation. So I knew these circular things, they got to be some sort of irrigation, because we were looking at them going over the United States last time. A jellyfish crop circle. I bet it's not there. Nope. It's long gone. Landfill in the desert. That's probably bigger. So let's look at the size of this right here. Let's see how much bigger it is today. Oh, it's covered up now. Oh, I guess they abandoned it. Now it's just the sand covered it up. Water tower in the woods. Why would there be a water tower in the woods? Okay, sparked my interest. Why is there a water tower in the woods? Oh, there's people. There's houses nearby. All right. We took the bait on that one. So now we're in 2014 now. So we're moving back to the present. Donkey undead. What? It looks like maybe this period of time they'd started the website, so they were arguing. Uh-oh. They caught somebody messing around on the side of the road. Unless they were doing that on purpose to pose for the camera for the streets, or what's it called? Street view. Ghost on balcony. That's not a ghost, that's like a fence post or something. So I guess at this point they started incorporating more street view stuff. Which is understandable. People want to look at stuff. Whoa, flying saucer. Still there. Wow. I want to go see that. See, if I was doing a music video, I would incorporate something like that into the music video. That's in Texas. There's apparently a lot of these around. There's some in New Jersey. There's some in some other parts. These weird UFO houses things they were making back in the, I don't know if it was the 70s or 80s. But if I was going on a road trip, I would definitely want to stop and check it, the UFO house. And I guess they captured another satellite. So the satellite that was taking the photo, they captured a photo of that. And here's the scuba guys that they were made popular back in 2015 because they would go around where they knew the Street View car was going, and they would make sure that they got in the shot. Uh-oh. It was a full moon out that day. So I guess they had to start incorporating the Street View photos to make the website more get more traffic to this website. But if we see something cool, we'll check it out. And then, like right here, people were doing stuff to try to go viral around that time. So now we're 2017. People were doing stuff just hoping it would get seen on Google Maps. Dome homes. I always thought a dome home would be a good idea because it would be much more wind resistant. It would be more resistant to hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff. But I think it's extremely difficult. It's more difficult to build, more expensive. Gun points. Guy points gun at Google car. Where's that, Detroit? Let's see what that house looks like now. It's probably burned out and abandoned. Oh, it doesn't even show. Looks boarded up. I guess so many people went to look here, they blurred it out. Ooh, this looks interesting. The perfect Antarctic pyramid. Yeah, look at this. Now we're talking. This is what we're looking for. So some people are trying to say this is a pyramid. Now it does have the, correct sides of a pyramid. The thing that's weird, let's scroll out a little bit. Let's see if any of the other things look kind of like that around here. So it does have the two sides. No actual pyramid. I'm gonna say, I think that's natural. That, I think, is a natural formation. Only because it connects to these other regular rock formations. So that's my guess. Natural. What is this? Nemrut Dagi. Is this in India? Turkey. That's a historical site you can go visit in Turkey. Abandoned ski resort in the Sierra Nevada. Whoa, I like abandoned places. Let's check that one out. It's still there. Let's zoom in on this abandoned ski resort. Whoa. And by whoa means there's nothing to look at, really. But it's way out in the middle of nowhere, though. Well, there's some few roads. Crash landed in Antarctica. Let's see. So this is 2019, so now we're getting closer to the future. That's weird. It's not going to let us see a close-up? It's hard to make out anything. Everything's so covered in snow. But now we're getting towards the future. Now, if there's still 178 pages, and now we're up to 2019, I bet this is when they started getting a lot better resolution for the images. And of course, by this point, there's a lot more people on the internet, which is understandable. If they went to all this trouble to make this website, they want to keep posting stuff, even if it's not crazy, just something interesting for people to look at. Or like we're doing, just scrolling through, wait until we see something that catches our eye. The Island of the Dolls, I think that's still there. There's been a lot of shows that have went there. Let's see if that's still there. Scarecrow Field. Whoa, still there. Somebody went to a lot of... That's a lot of scarecrows. Whoa. Now we're striking out these last few pages. Okay, here, this is what we're trying to look at here. So a UFO in Africa. But here's what I bet it is. I bet it is not a UFO. I bet it's some sort of house. It says no questions about whether this is a bird or a plane. This saucer-type UFO is smack in the middle of African plains. I think it's probably a house. Let's take a look on the big screen, because that's what there was another one we looked at, and it looked like a UFO. But when we looked at it from a different view, it was just somebody who had a house, a domed house. I bet that's some sort of structure, human structure. Yep, I would bet money. Oh yeah, this is Area 51. I like how they put that. The way they titled it, it said a national security site. Looks more like Area 51 or something even more advanced. So this, I have looked at this, is where they were testing out a lot of missiles and stuff. Unidentified objects in the ice, part 1. Whoa, that looks like a tall thing. It says, what's that jutting out of the ice? Could it simply be just a bigger, tall structure of ice, or is it something more? Let's take a closer look. That's a good question. Come on, give me some more resolution. It looks pretty tall. But here's what's odd about stuff like this. So, where'd it go? There it is. So here's our ice structure. You got to look around the surrounding area and see if you see anything like that, making a shadow like that, because that looks like a straight up type. See, it's hard to see from there. So as we're just looking at the surrounding area, what would cause that to be there and not anywhere else? I mean, don't get me wrong, weirder things have happened, but as we're zooming around, I do not see any other. So that definitely makes it weird. It doesn't make it weird, just regular weird. Let's see what this one is. So now we're looking at stuff in the ice. Whoa, what is that? Let's look at it bigger. Looks like a nose. It's somebody's nose. Maybe it's a crashed spacecraft. Yeah, that's definitely another one that's weird. Maybe not weird, but definitely weird. Whoa, a pentagram. Where's that at? I don't even know how. Lisa Kosvek is somewhere still there. That's in Kazakhstan. That's where Borat's from. But apparently, maybe, I don't know if they left it for a tourist thing or if they have rituals. Who knows what's going on there? It looks at this time, so that we're still in 2019. Looks they're adding in stuff like you would see on Weird New Jersey and stuff like that. A green UFO, but the school district says there's more to it. That looks like some irrigation type stuff. Let's look at that on a bigger screen. Yeah, there's roads leading right to it, so there's definitely humans messing around with it. But that's odd, because it's way out in the middle of the desert. Like, what is that? Is that a boat? That looks like a boat. Is this that lake that dried up a long time ago? Where there was like this... I don't know if that's the spot. I might be thinking of something different, but apparently there was this huge lake that basically dried up overnight. Where it got toxic or something. I don't think this is what we're looking at, but I just find it weird. Why is there a boat right here? What a weird thing. I wonder if anybody's ever been there. What is this? Storage container? And it looks like something right here used to be... I have no idea what that is. I couldn't tell you. There's an abandoned boat and some weird something there. I don't know if that's water or what's going on. Okay, we're going to find one more and then we'll wrap up. Lost City. Is this what we were looking at before? Or is this a different one? Because we were looking at this on the first episode of this. There was another what looked like a lost city. And I think that's what we ended on last time, so I think maybe that's what we'll end on this time. So they're saying that maybe this is also a lost city, like... Now, there are a lot of complete... See, those straight lines are what always... make me curious about what we're looking at. Okay, so that's in a straight line, kind of perpendicular, parallel to that. But it looks like a grid, but then again, you see it all over the spots here. And these things are what I mean, I understand underwater currents work weird. Now that one, see, it's kind of squiggly, it's not perfect, but some of these are perfectly straight. And that could that be just the jet streams, the underwater streams? Sure, I guess it could be. But they seem odd. There's a lot of straight stuff going on under the ocean. It just seems... Okay, let's go over here. I'll give you an example of what we were looking at last time. Okay, so you have stuff like this. That's kind of a straight line. Maybe, you know, it could be a bank of some sort, underwater bank. But it's definitely not as weird as the ones we were looking at. The last ones were like perfectly straight lines. And then they made like almost like a perfect turn, which I thought was crazy. Where are we at? We're in... Oh, that's the Mediterranean Sea. Well, if there was going to be an underground city, it would definitely... Mediterranean Sea would be a place for it. That one's not quite as compelling as what we looked at last time, but it's definitely weird. See, that looks more natural to me, you know. But when you start looking at these straight grid-like type structures... But who knows? I guarantee scientists have a... they have an explanation. Let's see if we can find the one that we were looking at. It was off... I believe it was off the coast of Portugal last time. What we were looking at. Or was it off Morocco? It was Morocco. I think it was this island, right? Yep, found it. It was whatever this little Porto Moniz. So take a look at this. So we'll stop where we stopped last time. So look at these. Look at this. Tell me that is just underwater currents. Is that underwater currents right there? And we looked it up last time. That's about 10 miles wide. From there to there. The width of this thing. And it comes down. Then it makes this perfect turn, and it continues. It's perfectly straight, and then it turns again. Look at that. Look at. That's what's weird. It comes down here and turns again. It's almost like a road of some sort. I just don't see water making perfect turn. Look at that perfect corner right there. That's a perfect. It's. Unless it has something to do with the fault lines that I have no idea about, which is possible. That just looks crazy. Like, I would not be surprised if there's a whole lot of stuff underwater that used to be, that got covered up at a certain point. Like right here, this is what people claim they think of the city. Because it's grid-like. It's a square, because that's going one, like it's almost a perfect square. But these huge roads, or whatever they are, that's what I find weird. Weird stuff. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. That was fun. I had fun. You know what? We got to finish up. What page are we on? We are on page 166. That's where we're going to end. So we're going to end off at page 166 on the website. And I encourage everybody to go look it out, called Weird Google Earth. Good site. They put a lot of time into it over the years, you can tell. And you might not want to just skim through it like I was doing. You might want to go and actually look at stuff more in detail. You might want to look at more of the Google Street View stuff. But we'll start back on the next one. We're going to finish this up. We're in too deep now. No pun intended, but we got with the water thing. But we're going to go through. We'll get all the way to the newest one at least. Like page 1. We got to make it to page 1. But I hope you all enjoyed hanging out and looking at these weird things. And we'll do it again on the next one. Until next time.